Okay, my voice is gone, and I know it's probably like super annoying, so I might just have to whisper. So I never drink hot tea, but I'm forcing myself today. I'm not sick. I'm a hairstylist and I talk all the time. So I'm gonna wait and let everyone get on here. So I'm Miranda Brooks. I am a Crown Princess with SeneGence. I signed up August 15th, 2016. Hey, Rita. Oh my gosh. This is like once a year I lose my voice and I hate it. I hate it. And my husband loves it. Yay. Okay. Hey guys. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with talking about hair. So with our skincare line, we learned about the skin and everything about it. So I feel like we need to know about the hair, how it grows, the cycles, everything about hair. So then we can know why the shampoo does what it does. Hey guys. Okay, so I'm gonna start and make this quick. And then I'm gonna make a bulletproof, like a bullet point for you guys to go back and read over because of my voice. I'm so sorry. So, let's see. Yay. Okay, we're gonna start. So, hair 101. So, trichology is like the study of hair. So let's start with that. So your body can produce 11 of the 20 amino acids that make up hair, but the remaining come from your diet. So when somebody has unhealthy hair, their hair's falling out, there's breakage, a lot of it could be from the diet. So keep that in mind. Okay, so the structure of the hair. So full-grown human hair, it's divided into two parts. There's the root and then there's the shaft, okay? So you have the root where your hair grows and then you have your hair that grows out of your head. There's 3 growth cycles to hair. There's anagen, that's the first phase of hair growth, and it's called the growth phase. So during this phase, new hair is produced. I have honey. I opened up my jar that Joni sent me and put it in tea. And I'm like chugging it. It's awful. Okay. I have notes so I don't go crazy. Hey, Amy. Okay, so during this growth phase, new hair is produced. The hair actively makes new keratinized cells, okay? So they're producing hair cells faster than any other normal cell in the body. The average growth of healthy hair is about ½ an inch a month. So give or take. Our hair rapidly grows between the age of 15 and 30. And then after we're 50 years old, the hair just slows down rapidly and like does not grow as fast at all. So keep that in mind too. Hey guys, I'm so sorry my voice is gone. This is so hard for me because those that know me know I talk to everybody and everybody like all the time. Doesn't matter who you are. So this kills me. Okay, so we have the 3 growth cycles of hair. Anagen's the first stage, that's the growth cycle. Okay, and then we have, and that lasts anywhere between 3 and 5 years. So let's say your hair all of a sudden next week becomes really like gross and dry and brittle. It could have been from something 2 years ago that you ate that was in your diet. So it's not necessarily the environment, it's internal. Okay, and then the second phase of hair growth is the catagen phase. This is also called the transition phase. And this is a brief transition period between the growth and the resting phase. During the catagen phase, the follicle shrinks and detaches from the base of the hair and the bulb. This is basically like when you shed, and it lasts between 1 to 2 weeks. So if you notice all of a sudden that you're shedding more than usual, it's probably because you're in that growth phase. So it's nothing to worry about unless you have like clumps coming out of your hair. Okay, and then the third phase of the growth cycle is called the telogen phase. And this is called the resting stage, or resting phase. This is the final phase of hair growth, and it lasts until the full, like, new hair is grown and shed. So the hair is either shed during this phase or it remains in place until that first stage, the anagen phase, comes in and new hair is produced and pushes the old hair out. And that usually lasts between like 3 to 6 months. And then on average, the entire growth cycle repeats itself every 4 to 5 years, which is crazy. So your hair is always producing new hair, pushing the old hair out, and just continues to do that. And that's where, like, I'm going to get into hair loss next, because hair loss is really huge with our new product line, because it's, I think, specifically made for people who have thinning hair, dry hair, brittle hair. And so this is what happens. So your normal hair loss is usually estimated 100 to 150 strands of hair a day. But it's more common to have like 50 strands of hair come out a day. I don't wash my hair but every like 4 days. So when I go to wash it, I usually have not a huge clump of hair, but a good amount of hair in my hand. And that's because I haven't really brushed it in between those days of washing. And so it's just coming out all at once when I go to wash my hair. And curly hair sheds a lot more than hair like mine, because it's so coiled and it all sticks around each other. So when you go to wash it, all that hair that was stuck around all the other little ringlets just comes out. But, so there's over 63 million people in the US who suffer from abnormal hair loss, alopecia. And the most common one is androgenic alopecia. And this is a result of genetics, age, and hormonal changes that cause miniaturation of the hair. So the follicle that grows out from your scalp ends up shrinking. And so most of the time when this happens, people's hair is real thin and it comes in really short. And this is also like male pattern baldness is what this is. And so it affects about 40 million men and 20 million women in the US. And then there's alopecia areata. This is the sudden falling out of hair, like in round patches, and like have bald spots on their head. And this is like basically an autoimmune disease. So it can affect your eyebrows, hair anywhere on your body besides your scalp. Okay, so that's a really unpredictable skin disease that affects almost 5 million people in the US alone. And so what happens with that is the hair follicles are like attacked by the person's immune system. Thanks, Chelsea. If I only had my normal voice, and it's kind of getting better. Maybe it's going to be better here in a minute. And so, let's see. I don't want to miss anything. I have like so many notes, and I was like going to do this no matter what, if I had a voice or not, because I was so excited to share this with you guys. Okay, and then what we're going to do is I'm just going to go into shampoo. What shampoo? What does it do? Why do we need it? So the main purpose of shampoo is to cleanse the hair and scalp. To be effective, it must remove all the dirt and oil and products and buildup, cosmetics, all that kind of stuff from your scalp and your hair. Your scalp and your hair needs to be cleansed regularly. So once a week's fine. I would suggest twice a week for someone who has really thick hair. I know a lot of my clients that have really thick curly, coarse hair. When I go to wash it, I see a lot of flakes, dry scalp, sometimes even dandruff, because they haven't washed it so long that a lot of that buildup and that oil, the sebum, gets stuck on the scalp. And it almost has like a sticky, greasy feeling in the back too sometimes from not getting in there and scrubbing really good. So you want to wash regularly so that way you don't get like potential bacteria growing in your scalp. And that's what dandruff is. Dandruff is basically like a bacterial infection. It can be. Hey. So, let's see. Oily hair should be shampooed more than dry or normal hair. However, shampooing too much can strip the hair of its like natural protective oils. And you need those to help like seal and protect your cuticle. Your natural oils are really great. So you don't want to wash too much or too frequently, especially if you have dry hair or dry skin. And I have dry skin, so I wash every couple of days to stay, like keep my natural oils on my scalp. Okay, so when you get a bottle of shampoo, the first ingredient is going to be water, because water is majority of what shampoo is made of. And so when you look at the ingredients on our Haircovery shampoo, it says water, aqua, boom. And then from then on is going to be what's next in line that has the most in the bottle of any hair products, for any skincare products, anything you read the label on, whatever's the first has the most, and then it goes from there. So let's see. Okay, so it's not just usually plain water that's in shampoo. It's purified or deionized water where the ions are taken out. And after that, the second ingredient is usually, shut up, Allison. It's not sexy. It's annoying. Eric's like, shh, just don't talk. Just don't talk. Okay, so the second ingredient is going to be, probably majority of the time, is your surfactant or your base detergent. And that's what washes your hair, what gets suds, what cleanses it. And so y'all have noticed that ours is sulfate-free. And most shampoos out there right now are sulfate-free. But there's lots of different surfactants out there. So ours, let's see. Okay, so the surfactant molecule has two ends. So you have a head and a tail. And the head is water attracting and the tail is oil attracting. So when you're washing your hair, that shampoo, those molecules are going to attract water and oil, and it's going to roll it up into little balls. All the dirt, oil, residue, sweat, whatever's on your hair and your scalp rolls up into little balls. And then when you rinse it with water, it detaches and comes off. And so that's why you have to have some type of surfactant or some type of detergent, something in the shampoo that's going to help actually cleanse it and get it clean. And so I think that's really cool. I love it. So there's also moisturizers, oils, proteins, preservatives, and sometimes foam enhancers and perfumes that are also standard components of shampoo. So our shampoo has, it lists perfumes, but they're undisclosed. A lot of shampoos, those are undisclosed. But we also have, I think, 7 that are listed. And that's something not to really worry about. I know a lot of people, perfumes can cause allergies or contact dermatitis. So when it comes to a new product and somebody might be sensitive to certain things, it's usually the perfumes and what else? I can't think of the other one, but I get there in my notes. So if somebody you know has like allergic reactions to a lot of products, just send them the ingredient list or get them to try maybe it out on the inside of their arm right here and see if any type of reaction happens. And that's where you want to test for allergies for that. So, okay. And then let's talk real quick about the pH scale, because this is really huge with shampoos and conditioners. So the pH scale goes from 0 to 14, and 7's in the middle, and that's going to be neutral, which is like distilled water. And then our hair is like right at 4.55, okay? Like for example, lemon juice is a 2, it's very acidic. And then ammonia is a 12, and it's alkaline. So you have acids and you have alkaline. And so we want to be more on the acidic side, because products that have more of acidic pH help close the cuticles, seal it, make it really smooth and shiny. That's why I use a lot of like demi-permanent hair color on my clients, because it helps make the hair really shiny and pretty. And so our Synergent shampoo has a pH of 6.5, which is perfectly fine, because that's basically like below neutral. And then conditioner and our serum have a pH of 5. So you always, sometimes shampoos have a higher pH, especially if you're using a clarifying or purifying shampoo. Those sometimes are meant to be more acidic, so they open it up, or upside alkaline, so they open it up. You want your hair to be opened. The clarifying shampoos go in and cleanse the hair really well, but then you always need a conditioner that has a lower pH or has pH lowering ingredients in it, so that way it will neutralize and make your hair go back down and lay really smooth and pretty. And we actually have pH balancing ingredients in our shampoo and conditioner, so it's awesome. Debbie, stop. I love science when it comes to like hair, makeup, and skin, but that's about it. And so let's see. So yeah, people were asking what our pH was in our shampoos and our products, and I love it. Corporate sent out the email and told us that Q&A and questions, and told us straight up what it was. And so I really appreciate that and love it. Okay, and then we have conditioners, and I'm going to talk about how to use these. I just wanted to like learn the basics about hair, the growth cycle, why we need shampoos and conditioners, and then we'll go into like what our products do, okay? So conditioners, they're special chemical agents. They're applied to the hair to deposit protein and moisture to restore and strengthen your hair. Give it body, and then protect it against possible breakage. So if you don't use conditioner, I don't even know what to say. You need conditioner in your hair. Even if you have thin, fine hair, put that conditioner on your ends at least, okay? And then let's see. So one thing with conditioners is they can only repair like dry, damaged hair to a certain extent. They cannot heal damaged hair. Most conditioners contain silicone or silicones inside of them with moisture binding humectants. So ours are silicone free, and silicones are basically like, it's like plastic going onto your hair and coating your hair, almost suffocating it. It makes it appear really smooth and really soft, but it'll eventually make it like dry and brittle and break off. So that's why a lot of people, my clients are like, I love Pantene. I've been using Pantene forever. My hair is so pretty. And that has so many silicones in it. It's basically like coating your hair in wax, just coating your hair, and it's almost like chapstick on our lips. When people say, I love Burt's Bees or I love chapstick, you're like, no, you're not helping your lips. You're not helping it. So, and what's cool is the moisture binding humectants we also have like in our skincare and our makeup, so y'all might be more familiar with that. And so that just helps like draw in moisture from the air and into your hair, and it goes down deep into your cortex. So you have your cuticles on the outside, and then you have your cortex, and then you have the medulla as the inner part of your hair strand. So it's going to bring moisture and all that into your hair and get it really healthy. So there we go. And most conditioners fall in the pH range of 3.5 to 6, and ours has 5. So that's really, really great. Okay, so let's talk about a few things here. Before we start on the products, I just want you guys to just understand to avoid the term natural, organic. Don't even say that, okay? Because our products have peptides in it. I'm not for sure exactly where they come from, but I know peptides are usually like a synthetic combination of amino acids. And so we need those amino acids in our hair because our body produces, 11 of the 20. And so there's amino acids getting in our hair and making it healthy. The term organic or natural is not regulated by the FDA. Cosmetics in general are not usually FDA approved. The ingredients inside of it can be, I guess, hair color, hair dye, that kind of stuff is approved though. Not hair color dye, but like if it says red dye, whatever number, that kind of stuff, that is FDA approved. And so let's start with our shampoo. So shampoo has, the big thing with these products is the Capixyl. And I've been researching since this product came out, nonstop. I think I've read everything you can read on the internet, everything, everywhere. And I kind of freaked out for a minute, I'll be honest, because after Monet, I'm just going to say it, and people having all those issues and problems and lawsuits and all that bad stuff going on, I was like, no! But in my heart, I deep down believe it's not the Capixyl because there is not one lawsuit. They've actually have won an award recently for Capixyl and growing the hair back and how well it benefits your hair and your scalp and the growth of it. So I'm not worried at all, especially after reading everything. And we trust Joni and Synergens with all of our hearts, so we know it's going to be amazing. And when I went in to read and saw that Capixyl was, I think, in 2013 came out, and it's in a lot of hair growth shampoos, products, scalp treatments, all over the internet. Like there's tons out there. And they have no bad side effects that I've heard of or read about. There has not been any lawsuits or anything like that besides Monet. And that could be many other ingredients that are in their products. It's not have anything to do with Capixyl. And so Capixyl basically, let's see. I'm going to try to explain it to you how I know it. And it's like the easiest way to describe to you. So, one second. So it's made up of a combination of a few things. So we have the red clover extract, and then I don't have my other notes on here. I went blank. Oh, the acetyl terapeptide 3. And then what's the other one? So we'll just start with those. So the red clover extract, I know y'all were asking so many questions on that. And you go Google red clover and all this stuff pulls up that it's so bad, it changes your hormones, it blah, 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 blah. If you really read deeper and do research on those claims, it's the oral form, it's not the topical form. And the amount of the red clover extract is so extremely low in the Capixyl that there's hardly really any in the shampoo and conditioner and the products. So there's nothing to worry about with that. It's completely different than like taking the pill for hormone replacement and all that kind of stuff. And let's see. So yeah, so the thing with the hair loss, people's hair falling out, is the DHT. And so that is what happens with that. It's a form of, it's almost pretty much like a hormone. So if the DHT goes in and it's going to basically close in the follicle, like the bulb down there where your hair is miniaturization is what it's called. So your hair typically will grow out, but over time it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and your hair will get thinner and finer and almost end up just coming in short and then just falling out. And so this Capixyl goes in and it's going to help strengthen the walls of the root where your hair grows, and it's going to help speed up the hair growth. So what's happening is it's going to end up getting stronger where your hair is growing out of, and it's going to make it wider, and it's going to help your hair grow back healthier and stronger. And so, and I think the statistics on that were oh, I should have wrote that down. I know it's high. I know it's almost like you see 40% results in 2 weeks, and then you'll see 79%, I think is what it was, in 2 months. So, I mean, give it time and you're going to see really great results with it. Okay, and so let's see, shampoo. So for anybody that has never used a sulfate-free shampoo, and I know there's a lot of sulfate-free shampoos on the market that still suds up a ton. Ours doesn't, because the ingredients are so awesome. And so I think it's glycerin, and there's a few other ones in here that actually make the hair or the shampoo suds. You know, I've seen some videos on YouTube of how to wash your hair with Synergence. And what I do is wet your hair really, really well. Like as wet as you can get it. And if you have thick hair, then like separate your hair even, like pull it up, make sure it's really, really wet. And then what you want to do, I've learned to do 2 shampoos. You have to do 2, unless your hair, like you just washed it yesterday. So it's really, really wet. My hair is fine and thin. That's why I started using this, because my dad's side of the family are like bald. So I usually do, with my first shampoo, I do like a quick one. So I'll do like a dime size amount in my hands. I lather it really, really, really good. And then I just go like this, and I just apply it on my scalp, and I wash my scalp. Sometimes I get a little suds, sometimes I don't, but you can at least feel like it's moving around. Like you can actually like feel your hair and you're getting in there. And then just rinse it out. So that's like your quick little wash, and then rinse it out really well. And then you're gonna go in with, so my hair, I probably would use like a dime to a nickel size amount. And I'll lather it really good in my hands, and then I go back in and I massage it, and you can feel it suds up, and you can feel it actually washing. And I go in there for like 30 seconds to a minute and really get in there and scrub my hair, since I don't wash it but every 3 to 4 days. And then I run whatever's left over down through my ends. You don't want to be scrubbing your ends really roughly or really hard. Be vigorous with it. Just be really gentle, because you mainly want to focus on washing and cleansing your scalp and then conditioning your ends. So you'll rinse that out really, really, really well, okay? Like make sure there's no bubbles left at all. And then with your conditioner, depending on how thin or thick your hair is, thin hair you want to do like, I do like a dime to nickel. Thicker hair, going with like $50 amount. If you have problems with your hair being tangly or just feeling a little dry, then just use a little more conditioner and let it sit on longer. You can let it sit on, it's fine. And so I'll put that little nickel size usually in my hand, and I start with my ends first, and I just kind of work it mid shaft to my ends, and then whatever I have left over on my hands, then I'll just kind of like lightly move up and apply through here. If you're noticing your hair being really oily or greasy from this, then don't put it on your scalp. Just put it on your ends only, and you're good to go. And then I let mine sit on for probably, it says 3 minutes. Depends on how big of a hurry you are. I have 4 children, so a shower to me is a luxury half the time. So I'll leave mine on and like shave, wash my body, and then I rinse it out. Sometimes it's 1 minute, sometimes it's 5 minutes. It just depends. Sometimes I take a long bath and I put it up and let it sit on for like 15 minutes, and my hair feels great after that. And then we have the hair serum. So it's a strengthening and thickening hair serum. And it says to apply a dime size amount every 2 to 3 days on your scalp only, and do not rinse. And I put it on my hair wet, and I put it on dry, and it's crazy amazing that you can put it on dry and it doesn't make it greasy. It's crazy. Like I'll show you. So a dime size amount to me is usually like 2 pumps of this. I'm not going to do 2 pumps because I'm frugal and I don't want to waste it. But I usually do like 2 pumps. And if you want to take the time, and like I do this, my hair is very postpartum hair loss. Yes, Jessica. So yeah, I've had 4 babies, and each time I have them, my hair just comes out and never comes back all the way. It's sad. So I still have some from my 1-year-old. So like I'll show you. I'll section my hair, and I might just pump the 2 pumps on top of the lid, and then use the lid. And you want to just rub it on. And this is for people who have, like, you really want to focus on your hair growing back. You're someone who suffers from hair loss. Take the time and do it this way if you have time. Dab it in your finger, and then you're just going to apply it like that and just work in motions. Sometimes I'm in a hurry, and I'll just do the 2 pumps, and I'll even distribute it on my fingertips like this. And then I'll just go through, and I'll go like this, kind of like when I'm washing. and I will massage it in that way. And I mostly focus on this area in the front. My hair started falling out really bad after my first baby, and I can't even show you. I have a ton of baby hairs growing in, not breakage. I don't ever color my hair, hardly ever. And then my mom has been using it since it came out. And I was cutting her hair the other day, and she has 1/2 inch little hairs all over her entire head. And I'm really excited for her because hers has gotten really thin from stress. My mom's a workaholic, and I think stress is what made her hair fall out. So you don't need a lot of that serum, but it's really amazing. And it also makes your hair have a lot of body. So I notice when I go to like blow dry my hair, I'll put my head upside down and like blow dry to this side, and I can blow dry my hair with my fingers, and it's smooth, and it's quick, and it has body. And I should have washed it today, but you know, it doesn't happen all the time. So, oh good. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It smells so great. The price point I think is spot on. And this comes from a hairstylist where I used to work at a salon and day spa. And we sold Purology like it was candy. And the Purology shampoo I think was like $30 or $35. And the conditioner was the same. And so this being 40 and 40 makes $80. And that's a really good price point for like good shampoos out on the market. And I think ours is way more higher up there on like luxury hair care because of the ingredients and what's in it. And they last forever. Rita, thank you. Oh, good. So my brother's bald. He started going bald at 24, and I'm almost tempted to see like if it does anything with his, or if the follicle and everything's like too far gone. But you never know. Oh, I love seeing these comments. Her hair grew in fully. Do you think the serum could actually help her? 23 years ago. You know what? I do not know the answer to that, Brenna. I do know that like after a certain amount of years, when that follicle has like basically like died and the root isn't producing anything anymore, I don't know if you can actually go in there and like get it going again. But you never know until you try it, right? Like you never know. And so this is such a new product that we don't really have all of the amazing like results out there yet because people are just so new and only a couple months into using it. So I'm excited to see in the next 6 months how much it helps everybody. So Jessica. Yeah, and so my shampoo, this is the one I have at the salon. I've used it at the salon. I've let friends use it when we were at Leaders, and I use it on myself. I just brought, I got it in October, so almost 2 months, maybe even into it, and I have half a bottle left. So for me, having thinner, finer hair, I don't need a lot of it. You don't need to use a lot of it. I'm guessing mine's gonna last like 4 months. So that's really exciting, and that's worth the money. Awesome, Kelsey. Yeah, it's just one of those things you just got to try it and just see. You know, I know that a lot of people who have curly hair, really thick hair, I use it on my daughter. I have my two girls. One has really thick, blonde, coarser, long hair. And then my youngest, Penelope, she has hair like me. It's really fine. It's brown. And I have to use a lot more with Stella's hair, I've noticed. And I was going to bring them up here and show y'all the difference between it sudsing up and washing thick hair versus thin hair, but I wouldn't have been able to concentrate and get everything I wanted to across, so another day. But I did notice I'd use a lot more with Stella's hair, and of course I did it in the bathtub, and I didn't wash the conditioner out all the way. So that's when I did find it feeling kind of like sticky and tangly. And that's because I didn't rinse it well enough. So even if you think you've rinsed it out all the way, keep rinsing it, okay? It's gonna be fine. Awesome, Jessica. For men, hair loss. See, it's just one of those things, Melissa, is, you know, mixed products, mixed results kind of thing. So like with men, I don't really think they would need the conditioner, but I would definitely say like the shampoo and the serum. like my mom's had really great results on just the shampoo and conditioner. She's really bad about buying products from me and they just sit in her drawer. Like she's not even opened a collagen night pack yet. And I want to kill her because she needs it. So shampoo, serum for sure when you want the hair growth, and you want to see hair grow in. So, and we have, I know, more products in the future coming out that don't necessarily, it's not going to be a shampoo and conditioner just for hair loss and hair growth. This also is moisturizing and volumizing and going to get your hair really healthy. If you're someone who has thick hair and you've been using it and you don't love it, then it might not be for you, and that's okay, because do you use everything Synergence makes? You know, a lot of people don't. They can't use certain products of ours because of allergies or certain reactions, and then they just don't use it, right? But I think majority of people are really loving it. Oh, awesome, Leslie. Yay. Yes, so it takes a while to get it down. You know, it's kind of like your skincare routine. You kind of have to just kind of figure out what works best for you. Some people might find that, you know, the normal to oily line cleanser, 3-in-1 cleanser is really great with the oily to acne moisturizer. You know, like we kind of just finally, after a while, find what works really well for our skin. And then we find out what's really great with our hair. Can you cover how much product should be used? Short hair, chin length. I would probably say to do like wash it first with that little dime size amount just to get like a quick wash in and get some of that debris and oil off your head, Betsy, and then go back in with like probably a dime. You can always add more. You don't want to use too much and waste the product because I'm frugal. I'm frugal like that. Okay, I'm just going to go into some questions here, so shoot me if you want. My hair's hard to style though because it's so healthy. It has a mind of its own. Healthy is good. So yeah, if you're starting to use the products and you're not used, if your hair's going through like a transition phase, do not use the word detox. Do not use that word because that's what a lot of people with Monate were using, and it's made that term detox like a bad name, and people are automatically going to think of that, even though that detoxing your hair has been around for years, even before that product line. You don't want to like use that. So transition phase is a good way of saying it. Because like, for example, y'all, somebody asked me about purple shampoo, and in the Q&A question that Synergence emailed us, they said, one of the questions was, can I use purple shampoo or clarifying shampoo? And yes, you can. You just want to make sure it's a good one. So like I like to use, there's a Redken one I've been using that I really love. I'll show you. It's Joico Color Endure Violet, okay? And this is a sulfate-free shampoo, and it also has peptides in it too to make your hair really healthy. You just want to make sure if you're using a clarifying shampoo once a week or a purple shampoo, just both of those just once a week. And styling products, you can totally use styling products with our line too. It's fine. Like dry shampoo, make sure it's a good dry shampoo and it's not full of the bad stuff. I personally love Amika Perk Up dry shampoo. I sell it like crazy. I love it. It's very natural, has a lot of great ingredients in it. So, and hairspray's fine too. That's the thing, as your hair gets healthier. Absolutely, Stephanie. And the sudsing part too is also going to depend on how oily your hair is. You know, like if it's been a few more days than normal of you washing it, or if you have used dry shampoo, hairspray, the weather outside, all that kind of stuff can play into that. So color safe for sure. Yeah, so that's what's really great. And we have, it's also, what did I blank on? UV protected. So there's results you can see in the, I think back office under everything with the Color Protect part of it. And that's huge because you want a shampoo that's going to grow your hair back, make it healthy, have body, and protect your color. And I know that's really hard to find, but it's really great. We have one shampoo and conditioner that have all of that into it, so I love it. Does all three help with psoriasis or just shampoo? So Corey, psoriasis is an autoimmune disease. It's from the inside out. So it's hard to find a topical treatment that's going to help a ton with it. I know that the hair serum is really great for cleansing the scalp, moisturizing the scalp. So people who have dandruff and that kind of stuff, it's really great for them. So I would think psoriasis and eczema, would help a lot. But I would also suggest like the climate control too, or Nangai oil for that. And that's another thing. Okay, this time of the year I'm in Texas, so it's not super cold. But like as soon as it starts to get cold, bam, I have static in my hair. And it's not from shampoo. This happens every year when it's cold, is the static. And it drives me crazy. And so, hey Felicia. Nangai oil for your hair, I'm in love with it. And you can actually like research about Nangai oil and the benefits of it for your hair. And I will show you. Of course, mine's all like all congealed in here. But if you have static going on in your hair, I used to always just use like a Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Serum, some type of serum. So after I blow dry my hair, I would get that littlest bit of Nangai oil and I will rub it through my ends. And it helps get rid of any static or frizz or flyaways, and it doesn't make it greasy because it's a fatty triglyceride. It's like a good one. There's lots of different ones out there. This one's water soluble. There's not a lot out there that are, but this one's really great for your ends to help with static and flyaways. So Kelsey, super cold Canada, yes. So get you some Nangai oil for your ends of your hair and your face and your lips, and just like take a bath in Nangai oil. Okay, I'm gonna get off here in a minute. Ask me any more questions you have. I just don't want to be on here too long for people who have to go back and replay. But I will type all of my notes out and I will put them in like bullet points, and share them with you guys here in the group so you can go back and kind of read over everything if you couldn't understand what I was saying. So, you know, I just order more for that reason. Oh, you're fine. Let's see if I missed anything. Canada. I think I got everything. So yeah, climate control. Yeah, so anyway, so if y'all have any other questions, just ask me. I wish I had my good voice so you could I could really get into this. I'm sorry, but there you go. I recommend it. I love it. It just, you have to know about the stages of the hair growth, how it happens, how it grows in, and how long it lasts. 3 to 5 years of the growth cycle of your hair, and then the old hair comes out, the new hair comes in. And I didn't want to grow shell out, but I had a little piece of my glob of hair after I washed it the other day, and I was like, it's so much smaller than what it used to be. I used to have a huge glob of hair, and now it's like a smaller little glob of hair, and it makes me so happy. I love it. And then if you guys are selling this, all 3 products are $140 retail. I don't necessarily recommend discounting that. Maybe just do tax-free or free shipping as a thank you for people who ordered it first time. And then you can also get, I'm going to show you 2 different things that I do. You can buy these big organza bags. I don't know the exact size. I just know we got this at, I think, was it Leaders or Pit Stop? And I was like, these are the perfect bags ever. Because you can have them like this wrapped up, especially at Christmas time, and throw in these little invisible things in there. You can throw in a wet brush. They're $7, and have little bags like this ready to go. And then I also like to use, if y'all don't buy anything from shopmisa.com, you need to get on there right away, because these little bags are $1. So you can put their shampoo, conditioner, and their products, and they're $1. They're so cute. Or, you can just include it in with their order and fold it up really cute, put a bow around it, and add that in with their shampoo, conditioner, and they have a little cute bag, because it's the holidays. People like free gifts. It's cute. Do you put climate control and Nanga oil on your scalp for psoriasis? Kelly, absolutely. My 4-year-old daughter, she doesn't have psoriasis. My brother has psoriasis, but my daughter, for example, gets really dry scalp. And so I'll spray the climate control on there and I top it with Nanga oil and I let it sit on like half the day. And then I go back and I will like comb it off of her, kind of like cradle cap with babies. And I'll just lightly comb that off there. But my brother, climate control and Nanga oil have helped him a ton. He's a chef, so he gets really hot and his psoriasis will be on his hands, his neck, his head, back of head. And those two things are really, really great. So, shop.com. Shop Misa. M-I-S-S-A. I'll put it in here. Thanks, Kelsey. Yeah, oh my gosh, guys, that's the best place to get canvas bags, those clear plastic bags, brushes. Everything's $1. So, it's amazing. Eczema, including my scalp. Yeah, so tea tree oil is really great because it's an anti-inflammatory and it's going to help with inflammation, but it can sometimes dry it out too. Sorry, I'm trying to read this. I have ADD, so it's hard to concentrate. Oh, good. That is so awesome. Is it Chica? Cheeky? Cheeky. I love it. Love it. Yes, Rita, I remember when you had your shingles. That was so great. I'm glad that helped too. Cool. Okay, I'm going to jump off, drink more tea. But y'all have any other questions, just go in here and I will just go back today. While my husband watches football, I'm going to be on my phone probably responding back to you guys. So thanks for watching. I hope you got some good stuff. And, oh gosh, there's another one. Nanga oil and climate control. Michelle, they're two completely different things. Nanga oil is oil from the Nangai nut, and it comes from the tree in the island of Vanuatu, where we get a lot of our resources from, like our volcanic ash and stuff. But it's like a fatty triglyceride, so it's going to go help add moisture to your skin. And then climate control is more of like a severe, like super anti-aging treatment. It has like the hyaluronic acid in it, and that's actually really great for, you know, burns and just skin that needs a lot of extra moisture. They're two different kinds of moisture. That's a whole other training. I could totally get into that too, but I'm not going to do it. But I'll go back and answer. So, diffuser, toxic detox. Yes, absolutely, Tina. Good to know that my mom's like a huge essential oil. We call her a witch doctor. So we keep that up away from everything. Okay, guys. Well, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful Sunday and enjoying all of the trainers so far.